What's up, guys? It's Fantastic Films here today, and I'm talking about a very special movie. I'm talking about Oblivion. Joining me today is my buddy Josh from Everything Movies. I'll link his channel in the description. He makes incredible videos. He does reviews, Blu-ray hunting, short films, stuff like that. He's a really great YouTuber. Definitely check him out. So Josh and I have been kind of doing movie reviews together, different collabs. We collabed on Blade Runner, the original, on his channel, and then 2049 on my channel. Then we've done like a Black Panther video together and a Ron Howard video. Most of the videos are on his channel, but we've done a couple on mine. But anyway, I'm just so excited to be reviewing another movie with you, and it's a sci-fi, kind of like what we've been doing in the past. So I'm really excited, so you guys are in for a treat. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to give my thoughts real quick, and then I'm going to kick it off to Josh, and that's pretty much going to be this video. But this is just a very special film for me, so let's just get into it. Oblivion was a movie that I didn't see in the theaters. I saw it back in 2014 when I picked it up on Blu-ray, and I gotta say, I wasn't a huge fan of it. And this is kind of a confusing movie, so when I first saw this, not being a huge film buff and not appreciating films, I just wrote this off. I thought, oh, it's confusing, it's not really worth my time. Then last year, I became a huge Tom Cruise fan, started watching all of his movies, and it wasn't until then that I painfully decided to try to rewatch Oblivion. Because like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of it before, so it was one of the last films of his that I watched, kind of like complete the Tom Cruise binge that I was doing. I am still so thankful for the day I popped this disc back into the Blu-ray player, because when I saw this, since last year, I've seen this film about 5 times, and I can honestly say that Oblivion is one of my all-time favorite movies. I've also come to the conclusion that this is a flawed masterpiece. Now, I recognize that this film has some flaws, but we'll get into that later. But it's one of those rare movies that I can overlook the flaws just because I love almost everything else about the film. So starting off with the positives, the cinematography is incredible. It's some of the best cinematography I've ever seen. The music is amazing too, and while having kind of a techno dubstep sound, it also balances an orchestra at the same time, and it's just got this really, really good beat. The ending of this film is my favorite movie ending of all time. I literally cry every time I watch this film. No spoilers, of course, but if you watch this movie at all, just watch it for the ending alone. It's one of the best endings ever. The performances are absolutely amazing. I mean, Morgan Freeman, Tom Cruise, you can't go wrong there. Like I said earlier, the film is a little confusing, but as long as you stick with it, it just blows your mind. At least it does for me. Every time I watch this film, I see something I never saw before. Now, I did say I would get into the flaws. My biggest flaw is probably not enough Morgan. I love Morgan Freeman. Despite what is happening in the news, I don't really want to get into that and stir up controversy, but despite that, I still love Morgan Freeman as an actor, and he's incredible in this movie. And I do wish they had had a little bit more time with him, but nonetheless, he was just amazing in the movie. And my other small complaint is that the pacing can drag. I do realize that. A lot of people really complain about it and say that this film is boring, and that's their main complaint. And I understand that. It's just, for me, that's one of those flaws that I can overlook just because I love the movie so much. So for my final grade, I'm going to give the film Oblivion an A+. I absolutely adore this movie. I recognize that not everyone is going to agree with that. I can already see it now. People thinking I'm crazy for giving Oblivion an A+, but it's just one of those movies that is really special to me. Kind of like 3:10 to Yuma, which is one of my favorite movies also, that has flaws, but in my opinion is perfect. So those are my thoughts. Now I'm going to kick it off to my buddy Josh. We've done collabs in the past, like I said, so you can check those out on my channel and his channel. Links in the description. Josh, thank you so much, and here is Josh's thoughts.
What is going on, guys? My name is Josh O'Hay, and I run the YouTube channel Everything Movies. I'm really excited to be on Ryan's channel today reviewing Oblivion. But yeah, I've seen Oblivion like 3 times now. I remember the first time I watched it, I didn't really like it, honestly. I thought it was kind of boring, and I thought Tom Cruise's character, I think his name is Jack in the film, I honestly thought his character was kind of bland, and I just didn't really like the movie. But I remember I actually found the Blu-ray online for a really good price with the slipcover, so I decided to pick it up. But yeah, that was a couple years ago, and I watched the film again yesterday for this review, and I honestly have mixed thoughts about it. I like parts of it, but I also really don't like parts of it. I think that there are some scenes that drag. I really like the first half of this film. It's kind of mysterious, and you don't really know what's going to happen. The cinematography is incredible in this movie. It's some of the best cinematography I've ever seen in a film. The effects are like top notch. It's such a beautiful looking movie. I remember when Blu-rays were kind of new and they were just coming out, a lot of people were like, I don't know what movie to get to kind of show off this image quality. A lot of people said Oblivion was a really good movie to get and watch, and I'd have to agree with them. It looks absolutely incredible. Throughout the first half of the film, there are shots of Tom Cruise flying through the rain and the clouds. There's one scene where he's in his, I don't know what it's called. It's some sort of like aircraft. I don't know what to call it, but he's going through a storm, and it's such such a great scene. It sounds amazing, it looks amazing, and it kind of reminds me of Blade Runner 2049, even though Blade Runner 2049 came out many years after, so I guess Oblivion reminds me of Blade Runner 2049. But those shots of him flying through the storm and the rain hitting the glass, I just love those scenes so much. They're just, I don't know, they're just pleasing to me. I don't know why, I like them. But yeah, the visuals in this film are incredible. Those get a 10 out of 10, but when it comes to the story aspect of the film, that's where it kind of drags. There are definitely some pacing issues. It drags a little bit here and there. There are different parts. The beginning is kind of slow, but I kind of like the slow because it kind of introduces you to some of the characters and kind of what they do. So yeah, I kind of like that, but as the film goes on, there are scenes that just drag, and it's just like, we can move to the next part. We don't really need to still be here right now. Let's continue the story. We need something in here. But yeah, you know, Oblivion's okay. I don't love the film. I don't hate the film. I'm just kind of in the middle. I definitely watched it if you haven't seen it, just for the visuals alone. Those are incredible, and the stories, it's pretty good, I guess. It's okay. Thank you so much for having me on your channel, Ryan. I'm really happy to be here again, and I can't wait to do more collabs in the future. See you guys later.
Before I end this video, I just want to give props to Josh real quick because I'm at my grandparents' house. Obviously, I'm not in my my set, but I ran into some problems when editing, and a bunch of stuff went down. I'm not really going to say what because my computer is really old, and you know, the software I was using just wasn't working. So anyway, Josh was nice enough to offer to edit it, so I edited my clip and he edited his clip, and then he put them all together, and I put music in, and he might have put something in, I'm not sure, because this is before I've sent it in. But I just wanted to say, Josh, thank you so much for doing that. You have no idea how much that means to me. And guys, again, I can't say it enough, check out Josh's channel. He's incredible, and I just want you guys to check out his channel. He makes great videos, so please, please, please check him out. Alright, Ryan, now you can end the video. Thanks again, Josh. It's always really fun collaborating with you, and I can't wait to do more in the future. So guys, those are our thoughts on the movie Oblivion. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you had any comments, questions, ideas, advice, just leave it in the comment section down below. I always get back to you guys. And make sure to subscribe. That way, I can see you guys soon.